The Residential Tenancies Act establishes specific rules for entry. Some situations require notice, and others do not. When and why a landlord can enter the rental unit and the various notice requirements will be discussed in this video. A landlord may enter a rental unit without providing written notice if there is an emergency such as a fire or flood, if the tenant consents to the entry at the time of entry, if the tenancy agreement requires the landlord to clean the rental unit at regular times. A landlord may enter a rental unit without providing written notice or to show the unit to a prospective tenant if the landlord and tenant agree that the tenancy will terminate, or either party has given proper notice for termination of the tenancy.
The landlord must provide the tenant with at least 24 hours written notice before entering the unit. If the landlord needs to carry out a repair or perform maintenance work in the unit, to allow a potential mortgagee or insurer to view the unit, to allow a potential purchaser to view the unit, to carry out an inspection to determine if the unit is in a good state of repair and fit for habitation and complies with health, safety, and maintenance standards consistent with the landlord's obligations under the Residential Tenancies Act, or for any other reason clearly specified in the tenancy agreement. The notice must be delivered by handing it to the tenant or a parent adult at the rental unit, sliding it under the door, placing it in the mailbox, or posting it on the door. Email or text message notices are not considered proper notice. The notice should specify the reason for entry and indicate the date and time the rental unit will be entered. It is essential that landlords specify a window of time for entry. If the tenant does not allow the landlord to enter, the landlord should document their attempts and issue a notice of early termination for behavior based on substantial interference with the landlord's lawful rights. Contact the Rental Housing Enforcement Unit, who will contact the tenant and attempt to secure cooperation without taking legal action. The Residential Tenancies Act does not establish a specific process for the landlord to follow to enforce the right to enter the rental unit when a tenant refuses entry.
If a landlord discovers the locks were changed without their consent, the landlord can pursue legal action through the Landlord and Tenant Board and the Rental Housing Enforcement Unit. The penalties for a landlord who violates these rules are severe and may include a fine of up to $25,000. For more information about entering the rental unit, please visit www.landlordselfhelp.com.